Welcome to your first lecture video. This video is going to be covering the spread of humans from their origin into North America, as well as the travels of a few selected European explorers. Remember to take notes not only on what you see, but also what you hear. And if you have any questions at any time that the video does not answer, write down your questions so we could address them tomorrow in class. Here we go. So where did humans actually originate from? The oldest human remains were found in Africa. So historians believe that humans originally came from Africa, migrating their way to other parts of the world. If you're looking at the map in front of you, you can see how humans migrated from Africa into Europe, Asia, and then eventually North and South America. Today, an actual sea separates Asia from North America. But it wasn't always the case. If we go back 30,000 years, North America was experiencing the Ice Age. Now, the Ice Age suggests that obviously ice existed, and North America was completely covered in these huge pieces of ice called glaciers. Now, ice is obviously made up of water. So these huge glaciers were actually just the ocean that was frozen. So because the water was actually frozen in these huge pieces of ice, the ocean floor was exposed. So the first humans that made it into North America from Asia actually walked across. They crossed the land bridge. So let's take a look at the maps that are right in front of you. The map on the right shows a modern day picture of Asia and North America. Now you can see that there's obviously ocean there. But when the first Americans actually came, the first humans crossed that land bridge, that water was again all frozen up into glaciers. That is where the map that is on your left actually depicts. You can see that there is no ocean because everything is that brown color because it was all land. So that land that you can see in the middle of Siberia and Alaska was actually the ocean floor. So by the time that Europeans actually started to expand and explore the world around them, Native Americans were already living in North America. Those are the true first Americans. So let's talk about some key explorers. The first one we're covering is Prince Henry the Navigator. Prince Henry the Navigator is actually pretty special because he didn't actually navigate anywhere. He didn't sail anywhere. He didn't discover anything. What he actually did do is start a school. Now, Christopher Columbus actually was a student at this school, so he was really important in terms of educating people, the technology of what was on the ships, how to actually make maps, how to use the maps. So he was really important for the explorers of this period. Bartholomew Diaz was actually the first person to sail around the tip of Africa. So you can actually see on the map how he started off in Portugal, how he sailed along the coast of Africa and rounded the tip. He didn't go much further than the tip of Africa, but the fact that he actually sailed around it was legendary, and he was the first person to do that. Vasco da Gama was actually the first person to not only sail around the tip of Africa, but to sail all the way to India, and you can see the route of his voyage on the map. Hernando Cortez actually sailed for Spain, explored Mexico, and he is credited with conquering and taking over the Aztecs. Francisco Pizarro, also a Spaniard, explored different regions of South America, and he's accredited with actually conquering the Incas. Another Spanish explorer is de Balboa. Now, he actually reached the Pacific Ocean by crossing Panama. At this time, the Panama Canal did not exist, and there is no river, no waterway, no sea, no ocean. There's nothing in terms of water that actually connects the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean through Panama. So when he hit Panama on the Atlantic Ocean side, he actually walked across to see the Pacific Ocean on the other side. Now, Magellan is given credit for being the first person to sail around the whole world. Now, his voyage lasted from 1519 to 1522. However, he did not actually finish his voyage. He was killed in a battle with the natives by the Philippine Islands. So he didn't actually sail all the way back to Spain. However, his crew continued without him, and because he had basically sailed 3/4 of the world, he's still given credit for being the first person to kind of sail the whole world before anyone else did, even though he didn't make it the entire way and was killed. So here we have Henry Hudson. This name should sound familiar because he is the person that explored the Hudson River. This is why it's called the Hudson River. It's to honor the man that kind of explored the area, looking for a way to connect the Atlantic side of North America to the Pacific side of North America. So he sailed the Hudson River, hoping that the Hudson River would actually cut across the U.S. Obviously, we know that it doesn't do that. It does not go out all the way to California and into the Pacific Ocean, but that's what he was hoping for. Now, obviously, there are a ton of different European explorers that we could talk about, but these are really the 7 explorers that I want you to kind of focus in on. Be sure that you're able to answer the 3 questions that you see on your screen. You don't have to write the answers to these questions, but the answers should be somewhere in your lecture notes. If they're not, and you are unable to answer these questions, go back and re-watch the video. Make sure that you also go to the blog and you answer the question that's posted there. And make sure that you also write your summary, and do not forget about your vocab words, because we will be focusing on all of these things tomorrow in class. So I will see you tomorrow, guys. Good luck.